Welcome to this week's episode of Grease and Gas. This is the first Road Lords custom park 'em up. And if you don't know a lot about customs, you and I are both about to learn a little bit here. We're going to start with Andrew Hodges' 49 Mercury, Greg.
Yeah, Hodges done a great job here. He's done a 5.5 inch chop at the front with a 6 1/4 on the rear. He's got that roof looking really nice. Got a beautiful interior in it there with a traditional white tuck and roll. You'll notice down the back here that he's stretched and flattened the rear quarters with a fill panel below the boot lid. The taillights have been moved down to accommodate and has given that factory space between the bar and lights. The front factory grille there is still original, but the front guards and nose cone has been stretched 1.5 inches just to unclutter the grille. The headlight buckets moved back 33mm to give a Frenched look and fitted with 49 spinner headlight rings just to keep it all original.
That's it. And this is a very raw hot rod, this one, 34 high boil as it says there. Very salt flats, a lot of raw fabrication look sort of thing, you know, with being able to see where it's been chopped up, all the louvers and traditional style tyres and wheels on it. Very much bare bones, this car. It would be a very raw experience to drive this thing.
It certainly would be. So yeah, that's going traditional hot rodding to its true sense. So this is Rick's 1950 Ford single spinner 2-door, with very popular, the single spinners, for customizing. As you can see, they were kind of I think they're known as a business coupe back in its day, and quite plain but very popular for customizing.
Would it almost be a poor man's Mercury? I don't know, the factory, like, is this the Lincoln to a Fairmont sort of thing, these Mercuries? And
they do have a similar look to the Mercuries there. This is Derek's, this is Luke's 1950 Ford Mercury. So this is, the single spinner and the Mercury you can see side by side, and they have similar looks there. So I believe this is another one that was built by Hodgie and has moved on. And again, we've done beautiful work. Just kept the vent windows in the front there, the Appleton spotlights on there. And
I like that. And I like the little details there between the front door and the front guard. The flames carry through where the hinges and that are, because I think if that was bright red with no black stripes, it would definitely stand out a lot.
Yeah. This one's this is known as brown sugar. This one with its 348W motor, just very traditional. It's got a really cool 60s style about it, with that sort of a wild high fleck metallic there with the white and gold interior. Beautifully done diamond stitching and so forth. 56 Oldsmobile dash is modified. With custom cast finned center section there. There's root beer candy paint and pale gold metajewels coarse flake.
Metajewels?
Yeah.
This thing here looks like it's definitely it gets used. It definitely gets used.
Yeah, this is Michael's 1930 Ford Model A Roadster. Old timey there. That's also known as the Chicken Roadster. Not sure why, but I'm sure it has a story behind that, which we don't know. But very traditional with the cross-ply tyres and flathead motor there, so it looks great.
Yeah, good fit and finish on it. I like all the copper or brass piping there for the oil filter.
Yeah,
I'm glad we talked to a lot of hot rodders, otherwise I wouldn't know that stuff.
Twin carbies on there, twin 97s or 48s, 47s, I think they might. There's generally two sizes in those single barrel carbies. But very cool looking.
Yeah, very old school.
Yeah, we've got Tony's 1954 Lincoln Capri, which has got a variety of paint styles and modifications on there. He's got from the road gypsies, and even in the interior there, Cows donated its rear hide for the back seat, but very creative in the different styles of paint jobs. And I love this wiper on the back window. Yeah, must be one of the early editions of cars with wipers on back windows.
Well, that's not the biggest wiper either. I don't know how much of the back window you're going to get. But,
no, that's right. I love the yeah, Spy versus Spy for those who remember the Mad magazine, and even just the spotlight off to the side, just yeah.
And the embossing of Lincoln in the back bumper bar there, I think if that's factory, yeah, that's pretty unusual. To look at this car first time, Greg, I thought it was a wrap, but yeah, it looks like he's tried a bit of everything on this car as far as styling and types of flames there, flowing from a different style of flames. It's like opposite flames either end there.
Almost looks like each panel copped a separate treatment, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's done a great job. I don't know, is it wrapped or not? I don't believe it is wrapped, but yeah. Maybe somebody can let us know in the comments.
Just that flat finish to it. I don't know.
Well, this is Damian Lewis's. So Damian's the president of the Road Lords there, and this is his Bad 50.
Definitely a good opportunity to just see what goes into, I don't know, slicing and dicing these cars, because it is bare metal.
Yeah, it's got a 4-inch at the front and 6-inch chop at the back. Frenched headlights with a custom interior. That definitely combs that fur every day. Yeah, he's done a beautiful job of it. Again, I love the bare metal. You can see how much work has gone into modifying the body to look better, basically, than what it did from factory.
Yeah, there's a lot of trying to get the proportions right so that the car doesn't look silly, it functions properly, glass can go back in.
Because you've got to lay that back window down further, you can't keep it up to its original height, and then that changes everything, and you've got to fill in all the panels in around and that sort of thing. So no, it's done an awesome job there.
Absolutely, and there's some big flat-ish panels there to try to get straight.
I don't know who donated their head to the hanging in the mirror, but I'm sure that keeps him company on long trips.
Yeah, he probably chats to it.
So this is the Fink. This is the Fink coupe now. Shannon Jennings, he currently owns it, and it is up for sale if anybody wants to step straight into this cool hot rodding lifestyle there. So a lot of metal flake. It's a very 60s style custom look about it. Very wild.
Yeah, very ski boat.
Yeah, it's got 327 on the panels there, so I'm guessing that's what it's running there. It's still
I think we've seen this around a fair bit, so it seems to be a reliable, well-sorted vehicle, and you and I, what, 10% of the sale price?
Yeah, that's
something
it.
like that.
So that 59 Cadillac tail lights in there, fishtail pipes. These gases are wild. Coming as a pair, Greg. Chiminello owns it. So we've got the this is 64 Ford Falcon coupe. It's got some wild fender well headers here.
Oh yeah, they're sort of, I don't know if it's necessary to go up and then back down, but yeah, there's a fair bit of fabrication, and this thing sounds wild. We saw this first at Bright, I think it was.
Yeah, and look, he drove it in and he drove it out, so they do run and drive. I don't know if they've ever been driven in anger, but you know, maybe they will sometime down the track, who knows. Very
immaculate car, very stout running gear from the looks of things, and everything is finished extremely well, and yeah, it definitely sounded pretty tough.
Certainly did, and suits the car too. And then we've got Greg's other car is this 64 Chevy Nova SS, which again is pretty much the same treatment as well.
Yeah, other than being a blown small block instead of an injected small block, and little differences in the headers there. They might be coated, but they're not glossy, and yeah, just the running gears in them seem to be quite similar. Hopefully one's a Ford, one's a Chevy. Got
the coloured perspex on there as well, with the red in there. So this is Murray Nicholson's Studebaker. There, it's a 52 Studebaker straight coupe, so whether that meant it had a straight 8 in there from beginning, but Murray spent 19 years building this car, and he actually custom makes the Batwing air cleaners himself. And
oh, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's a bit of a hobby of his, and he's looking to sell them if anybody's looking for a custom one there. But we did cover this car also at the Colac Motor Fest there. There's a link up in the corner for where Jamie and Sandra had a chat about it. But yeah, beautiful job on this, and such a unique car as well.
Oh, very much so. I remember this having a massive parcel shelf, and the rear glass alone, you would want to be extremely careful with that.
Yeah, I don't reckon you'd be able to get hold of that too much, would you? So this is Damian Lewis's other car, which is a 1930 Ford 5-window coupe. All steel body, so with a 4.5-inch chop, 6-inch channel, kind of similar to particular style like Fink there. It has the similarities.
Very unique interior, very aircraft cockpit style seats there, they're quite good.
Yeah, it's got a 32 grille, 350 Chev, 6 Strombies, and the yeah, of course the custom interior, which looks
Get
awesome.
a load of the red fuel lines and all the sort of regulator there, I guess it is.
Yeah, fuel bodies there that help feed it.
And these would get along all right, because surely that doesn't weigh much more than 1,000 kilos. Surely.
So this is John Flanders' 55 Chevy 3100 stepside. If you notice there, that was actually a 6-litre LS with custom vintage small block Chev theme. He's taken it back to there. So 4L60E transmission, a Chevy 12-bolt. So John's done an awesome job of this. It's a very attractive car, that red and white colour with the baseball cap roof style on there. Cadillac hubcaps and so forth. The front and rear clips have all catered for this airbag suspension, but the custom rear wood tilt bed actually tilts up. It just looks beautiful, that car.
Absolutely, and that's basically sitting on the ground as far as I can tell.
Well, this is my own, so I can talk about this one a bit easier. It's a
Don't get
61
anything
Caddy.
wrong.
No, that's right. So it's a 61 Caddy with a 67 Bonneville roof that's been put on there. I didn't do the roof. It was done by Troy Ladd from Hollywood Hot Rods. I bought it as an unfinished project from the States and brought it back here, and could definitely see the potential. So tore it down, and I did everything, including the custom speaker grills in there, and put a 59-inch Impala dash. That's a 56 Packard steering wheel. It's got the 383 Chev in there, and I've kept that with the old belt drives and everything on there, and just tried to keep it as much as the 60s as I could. It's got the floating bar grill. I believe that would have been done by Troy as well. So this is Paul Van Zeller's
Dodge Polara,
yes.
I think it is. Yeah, crazy one by who?
Richard Zocchi. Yeah, it's got a 4-inch roof chop by John Alio of Pacheco. Channeled frame rails with an ultra-low stance. Two-tone paint by Art Himmels in butterscotch and vanilla pear. It's custom enlarged rear fins with continuous trim lines. Custom interior with tuck and roll button top upholstery. Chrome wire wheels and mirror-like custom bumpers.
This is
Tony
Aquilina's car.
Yeah, he's had that for a while actually, hasn't he?
Yes, I think so. You drive so many different cars.
Yeah, so it's a 51 Ford Mercury there, so we can see it. So we're going to assume that it's Frenched in tail lights there, and then we've got Peter Atkinson's 36 Ford Roadster in lime gold. So it,
definitely a standout. The fit and finish on this thing body-wise is, I like the way the top of the door runs straight into the top of the dash and over to the other door. All the brackets and that for the steering column, and
yeah, it's got the reshaped running boards with Frenched lake pipes there, smooth bonnet sides, dropped headlights, Carson style chopped and folding top, and raised door handles there. So it, give it a very smooth look.
yeah, look unreal. Roof up, roof down. Yeah, put all those gaps together with quite a job.
So this is Rob Hannum's 58 Chevy Bel Air coupe, and they like, I know with the on that front grille, I love the padding underneath here, the tuck and roll. That's just that
caught
craziness.
my eye straight away. That.
Yeah, that's just, I love that custom style. They just would go that extra mile back then. And on the grille, they used to use drawer knobs from your standard, bedroom drawers to fill in. I mean, a lot of drawer knobs, there's a lot of drawers without knobs on them, I'm guessing. So, Yeah, he's got the fender well pipes on there, bellflower tail pipes. And I love the Venetian blind. It wraps all the way around. How cool is that?
Are they two aerials on the quarter panels there? That looks good because it's, I don't know, symmetrical, and all the chrome that breaks up everything there is, amazing.
Looks like he's used Cadillac tail pipes, Cadillac tail lights on there as well. Yeah, this 51 Mercury, owned by Dabsy. It's known as the Jade Pharaoh, and it's had plenty of custom work done to it. You can see with the side trim there, the cast front spears he's made, but the rest of the trim there is stock. The interior is done by Adrian from Cool Trim. I love the green and white style that runs through the boot as well. It's got 54 Mercury tail lights as well as the rear bumper, but the overriders are 51. The wheel arches are 54 Lincoln openings there, and they've been shortened, but the front's been extended. It's got 552 Appleton spotlights on there, and 57. It runs powered by a 57 Cadillac 365 engine, so it got a little bit of everything going in, a little bit of GM power. And on the front is a 50 Merc grille shell with a 54 Merc grille, and as well as 54 Merc headlight rings just to finish it off there. So done a beautiful job. And
Yep.
so this is Ray O'Brien's 1950 Buick Special 4-door jetpack called No Mods.
And that was not Ray sitting in the car.
No, and that's not his goldfish.
No, that is not Nemo.
No wonder they can't find him. Straight 8 in there, and so obviously I'm guessing it's airbagged there, so that, to get it down low, more than just chopped springs, I'm assuming. So that, it's again another one of these very creative, a lot of thought put into it.
Yeah, if you notice the air system there in the old luggage suitcase, or yeah. Got this crazy Falcon station wagon here sitting on the ground with multiple techniques of flames and stripes and pinstripes.
Yeah, 1960 XK wagon, this one. So it, again, it just shows that even the Aussie cars can be customised well, as beautifully as well. And give it got that long roof look, which works perfect for those long flames.
And he's used a good contrasting silver for the interior, like the doors and the dash, and another, what is it, floating bar grill?
Floating bar grill, yeah. Beautiful style back in its day.
Definitely, and those wheels really suit it too.
Radar wheels.
Radars.
So this is Greg Ford's 51 Chevy 3100 pickup. And again, it's got a real patina look a bit. They call them seaweed flames, those. But,
really?
Yeah. They've got a bit of a seaweed look about it, I guess is where it comes from. The patina on there, love the
beautiful
interior.
Jeez.
Yeah, very creative.
It looks like what are they, very similar to, is it Oldsmobile or Buick porthole things in the side of the bonnet?
Yeah. The Astro Supreme wheels are very popular wheels.
Interesting timber in the tray there. I assume that's a fuel filler in the floor of the tray, which has been raised up to allow the car to sit at that height without the diff hitting the underside of the tray every bump.
And then we got Robert Monet's 1950 Ford Mercury, which he brought it from Muncie, Indiana about 15 years ago. It was chopped when he bought it, but he's since done some of the other mods himself, like slanted the pillars and rounded the hood corners, fitted the 61 old Starfire tail lights. He already had the louvers in the bonnet and the Frenched headlights and aerials, and just still got the stock grille, the Appleton spotlights on there. But yeah, very cool looking car.
Is that missing? I have to see in a second here whether it's missing the quarter vent windows in the front doors. It is too.
Yeah.
So it's one piece glass possibly in those doors.
Then we've got Steve Gaskin's 1941 Chevy Business Coupe. It's definitely a lead sled, so brown root beer colour, which looks great. got some sort of modern headlights in there, but they're always great for, you know, if you do drive them, and sometimes we don't want to sacrifice, really live the 60s. We sort of do love a little bit of creature comfort and see where we're going. So, but he's done an awesome job. It's very clean and tidy.
Oh, definitely. And I think the pinstriping on it is just enough.
And the deletion of the tail lights going into the bumper looks very cool too.
Yeah, the overriders of the bumper bar, that's, yeah, very unique.
And here we got Joe Amato's 51 Chevy Deluxe Style Master, and that's had quite a bit of work done to it. So originally started in Houston, Texas, by Jeff Whittledy of Los Cachinos Car Club. Very difficult to say. It's Barris inspired. It's a chopped top of 3.5 inches, shaved door handles and badges, peaked bonnet, 1941 Cadillac grille, 50 Oldsmobile front and rear bumpers, 1950 Chrysler taillights, rear fenders extended 5 inches with 49 Caddy caps on the wheels. And powered by engine is 327 Fuelie with turbo 350 transmission.
This one, I believe, is a Ballarat local that's driven all the way to Everton there.
Joanne Darwin's 1959 Chevy El Camino. Definitely very cool. It's got that sort of Larry Watson style paint job on there with the panel paint. It's a beautiful kind of tribute to the original interior. Hasn't done a lot. They're almost these are almost a custom in themselves, the way the 59 Impalas and El Caminos looked. They were just, yeah, beautiful style about them.
And this one's on airbags as well, this one, I think.
I don't know if it is. I think it's almost sitting factory height, is it? Maybe it might be on bags.
Might be.
He's done a beautiful job. I love those speaker grills.
Definitely.
Like a set of exhausts. So this is Steve Gilchrist's 1950 Cadillac 62 Series Coupe de Ville. And again, another one that, you know, it looks like it's basically, this is, you'd almost say it's stock, other than a set of airbags there to drop it down. But they just look cool as they are.
Yeah, some of them don't need changes. Really, they just, yeah, they look custom already.
Yeah, it's like similar to Brett England's 1950 Oldsmobile Rocket 88. You don't get a better name than that, do you? So, Rocket 88. So,
I'd love to see it 0 to 60 time, but anyway.
Well, they just look fast standing still. I think that was the design. Look at that streamlined mould going down the side, you know, the whole Jetstream era. It was just beautifully done, but it's a beautiful chop. So this is Michael Morris's 49 Chevy two-door sedan. And this has had a lot of work done to it. So for those who don't know Michael, he runs the Tail Draggers up in New South Wales, which is a great event. Started off last year, the year before, and be on again next year. So if you're into it. So, but he's done a great job.
Is that roof removable?
I'm going to say it is. Going by the front and the rear, I would assume that it is. It's a very deep steering wheel there. I love that. The shifters and so forth.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if that roof is removable.
Looks very cool, and he's. I love the slanted tail lights here. It does look very good. So, and that's come down from New South Wales for the event. So credit to Michael. Very cool. This is Dale French's 56 Custom Cadillac. Again, another one that all you do is just bring it closer to the ground and it just looks great on its own. Beautiful interior there. Original materials, I'd say, by the cloth. Got the Itronic on the front there for, I don't know if they ever did work, they just look very cool.
Yeah, Space Jetsons.
Yeah.
And again, the typical American 50s car that's got so much chrome to catalogue when it's going out to be polished or repaired. Wow. This thing, I think it's even got more than enough.
I think there's a ton of chrome.
Probably, yeah. And Cadillacs, you just can't buy this stuff.
No, that's right. So he's got to be able to, a great job of restoring it. I love the colours too.
Yeah, good combination.
Well, that's the back of Chip, who's he'd be the vice president of the Road Lords. So Chip's 54 Chevy Bel Air has been chopped 4 inches in the front and 5 in the rear. The body is shaved of all emblems, and the door handles, fuel filler are all removed. The headlights and taillights are Frenched. The hood is nosed and peaked and painted in custom hot rod flats grey with pinstriped scallops. The interior is buckets up front and Thunderbird rear seat, all done in white tuck and roll. The motor is a 350 Chev with a 460 trans, 10 bolt rear end. And it's airbagged all round with a Mustang 2 front end. Wheels are stock Chevy running Contio wide whites with 57 Caddy hubcaps on there.
It's a good mix of sort of the gloss scallops and satin grey everywhere else.
This is Fabio's 51 Ford Custom Tudor. It's running it. I've actually photographed this for Cruiser magazine a long time ago. If you had the bonnet open, you see a 239 flathead motor, rebuilt with a mild cam, but he's really detailed the motor. It looks great. It's been upgraded from a 3-speed manual to a C10 auto trans. It's added custom exhaust headers and stainless exhaust system, and he's obviously bagged it and got a very much a Mexican vibe about it. Looks very cool. No, he doesn't work at Tex-Mex.
I know, I was going to say, is that, hey baby, que pasa, or something on the back there?
Yeah. So that, this is Nath Peck's 53 Chevy 210 Coupe. Very satin finish, beautiful work on there, isn't it?
It's a great colour for this car. Like, it didn't need to be glossy. When you've done this colour, it looks fine. It looks really good. Shows how good the body is.
It's been shaved. Got the Mexican centre caps on there, but it's all been shaved of its door handles and badges and so forth.
Like a nice interior. Fair gap between the bonnet and the door there, but I imagine that allows the bonnet to actually open without hitting everything.
Be a custom grille.
Definitely, yep.
Yeah.
Very subtle car.
This is Wayne Peterson's 42 Chevy 3100 pickup. Also known as a jail bar, going by the grille. So a little more modern with the the later model seats there and billet steering wheel and so forth.
Yeah, I remember this from, I don't know if it was the Hot Rod Show or Motor X, outside in the sun. This car looks amazing.
It's done a really neat job of it.
Yeah, very subtle car, very classy.
Then we got Rafe Stanley's 55 Buick Special Coupe. It's the, again, it's just very subtle with the mods. It comes down to the pinstriping on there, the side pipes running down the side, airbag just to bring it down, and you don't really need a lot to get these things looking very cool.
Big comfortable seats there, definitely.
Yeah, there'll be factory there. We've got the Buick ports. A lot of intricate pinstriping running through there.
Yeah, someone would have a sore hand from doing all that.
So this is Daniel Kelly's 32 Ford B model sedan.
B model?
B model, yeah. So very traditional. We've got the conventional tyres and so forth. I'm guessing he's dropped the headlights down. They're doesn't have the bar going across there, so it's just very subtle and clean. Plenty of louvers. Still got the original soft top in there.
And some of these cars, you wonder whether they were painted ages ago in like acrylic.
yeah, that they've kept them. Keep it that old school look. So this is Grant Miller's 47 Chevy Deluxe. Plenty of patina on this one. It's like it's come straight out of a paddock. Looks very cool, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah, and all the pinstriping on it's quite subtle.
With an earth mover by day and
I think you could still take this on site. If it's on airbags, you could probably still get it on site at a job.
That's right. It is a later model, 2009 Harley Deluxe bike on there, but obviously that does suit the pickup, and yeah, he's done a beautiful job of that bike.
Yeah, very nice bike, that one.
Perfect. So this is Eddie Bourdain's 59 Chevy El Camino. Definitely got a few mods. The boot on it is actually, you would say, the hardcover on the back is actually a bonnet. Going by that, I'm assuming it's got that peak, the same as that.
Yeah, he's definitely followed it through from the bonnet across the hard lid of the tub there. Beautiful colour interior, and that colour goes through to a few different areas of the car, especially the engine bay. Sits really nice. I think it's running at least 18-inch Camaro or Chevy Rally Sport style wheels. Yeah, and the way he's brought that tan colour into the engine bay is very unique. And it sits very long, very low.
Here we got David Murphy's 51 Mercury Custom, sled custom, yeah. A lot of traditional styles about it as well. Frenched headlights there, Cadillac hubcaps, Frenched aerial.
Got the traditional sun visor there, and it sort of intrigues me, all this chrome, the moulds around the glass and all that has to be modified.
It's interesting, I was just going to say, it's interesting to see how many have kept vent windows and how many have chosen to delete vent windows.
Yeah, this has got no moulds on the side of it, I don't think.
No, it's got the full spats on the back just to really drop it down, and French tail lights as well. Using again the popular 59 tail lights.
I noticed that had a tow bar. It'd be a pretty unusual thing to see pull into Bunnings.
I wonder if it's towing a caravan.
Probably.
So this is Mark Sultana's 47 Ford Custom Coupe. Interesting hubcaps, haven't seen those before.
Green? It's green.
Yeah, it is green, yep.
Yeah. Quite a dark shade of green, white interior, brave choice as usual. Trying to keep that clean. Got the full rear wheel spats.
Deleted tail lights again. That's
yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe that was factory, I'm not sure. I didn't think it would have been.
Maybe something new out of the States that people are seeing with using them in the overriders. As you can see, it's a great venue. We've got quite a few cars in there.
So here we got Fred's 36 Ford 3-window, which if you want see a full episode of it, we did do an episode there. You'll see it up in the top corner. But it's got a 401 Buick nailhead with twin 500 carbies. So it's significantly lowered stance thanks to airbags, and give it that tail drag a rear look. So triangular 4-bar rear suspension, stepped up chassis. And this is Jock's 35, I always get it wrong, but it's 35 Ford 5-window coupe. Jock's done this himself, he's actually painted it himself and that sort of thing. And again, I love the blown nailhead in there, blown flathead. So it looks very cool.
Yeah, definitely a beautifully presented car. I've seen this on many occasions at Queenscliff, and always great job on the paint. Good looking car.
And this is Chico D'Angelo's 54 Chevy 3100 pickup. It's only spring bagged, as he calls it, which is just chopping the springs, which gets it down pretty cool. But a Mustang 2 front end, rack and pinion power steering, so that would handle really nice. And yeah, it's just, you know, a bit of some of the graphics on there and that sort of thing. Then on the back is his custom soft tail that he built 14 years ago. Has custom stretched fenders, hand-made oil tank, a lot of custom parts on there with a Mexican, very much a Mexican vibe going on. I love those tailpipes stretching way back.
That's it, and the ape hangers there for the handlebars.
Yeah, it definitely suits it in the pickup too, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%.
This is Jason Wilde's 41 Chevy coupe. Again, it's got that bare metal look where you can see all the work that's gone into it. But also broken up with some really nice pinstriping on there.
Yeah, great airbrush work and lace work on the roof here. Still all just under like a clear coat, I think. It looks like it's got a clear on it, I don't think it's bare metal.
No, definitely got a clear on there, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Custom interior.
Very interesting gauges there in the centre of the dash.
The hair on the top, I don't know if that's mohair or if it has a particular name to it.
It's unreal, the split windscreens in some of these cars reminds you of, like, I don't know, some of the current trucks have them too, but you know, your old school semi-trailers like old school Max and what have you with the split in the front windscreen.
Yeah, they hadn't quite got the curve down pat then. So this is a 59 Buick Victor hardtop. So the thing with the 59s is everything from the belt line up and the GM brands is all identical, but from the belt line below, they just went wildly different between Buick, Chev, Cadillac.
I was going to say the roofline on this looks very generic. Like the roof, the front windscreen, everything very Cadillac, very Impala. And how many models of these cars give you that opportunity to have that body line with the chrome separating it to choose whatever colour combination you want?
And again, yeah, they just look like a custom off the factory floor, don't they?
Oh, definitely. And then to put the colour in there on top of the door, on top of the quarter panel, and yeah, the white separating it all.
That's all you need is shave it, put in a wild paint job and drop it down to the ground. There you go, you got yourself a very cool custom.
enjoy the sounds of rumbling V8s and the gentle hum of air compressors. Thanks for watching.
fucking hell, look at that fucking
See you, Paul.